So good evening everyone, and as we are shooting discussions with people from the world, so I have Nelson sir with me today. So Nelson sir, firstly I want you to introduce yourself, which profession you belong to. So can you please explain about who are you and from which profession you are?
Thank you, Pen, for this opportunity. My name is Nelson Moreri. I am from Botswana. By training, I'm a pharmacist, but I work as a regulator, a pharmaceutical inspector for Botswana Medicines Regulatory Authority. We cover basically GDP and GMP. GMP, hence the course coming to NIPA to learn more about GMP.
So if I ask you that, how is India different from your country with respect to food, climate and culture? So what all differences you have observed in India?
Well, with regards to the climate, it's quite hot and humid.
Correct.
Well, the similarities are that we both come from hot countries.
Correct.
But the difference is ours is a bit dry.
Right.
We get dry air. Here the air is quite humid.
Very humid.
Yeah, and the food is nice, but it's quite spicy. It's quite spicy, so it's more of an acquired taste. It takes time to get used to, but you do find that there are some quite nice delicacies. I find that I quite liked butter chicken.
Oh, butter chicken.
Yeah, so that's the only thing, but it's quite nice. I like the similarity, but mostly I like the people. They're quite friendly, open people.
Okay. If I ask you, have you explored Mohali, Chandigarh? Have you been to any places, any garden or lakes, or have you seen anything? So how is your experience and which places have you visited?
Oh, thank you. Today was actually the first day we got to go around Chandigarh. The most interesting place I would say is the rock garden.
Okay.
It's a mystery. It just blew my mind seeing that. I think it's just a wonder of nature, a work of nature. It just shows the brilliance of the architectural mind behind it. So I got to appreciate that, and such things make you appreciate and understand people better. When you see their architecture, it tells you a lot about how they think, how they see the world, how they see themselves. Yeah.
So good to know that you like the Indian heritage and all. So lastly, can you tell me something about the course? How was your experience with respect to course? It's been 1 week now. So did you get acquainted with some new terms or new things?
Yes, the people here are quite knowledgeable. India is basically the pharmacy of the world, I think. Yeah. So it's nice to get first-hand knowledge from people who are actually doing the manufacturing, people who are India has its own pharmacopoeia. It's a third world country, but you'd find that it's quite advanced when it comes to the pharmaceutical industry. So as someone who comes also from a third world, it's easier to learn from a third world country that is headed towards that stringent regulation. So it's easier to work with someone who is kind of in the same shoes, you have the same dreams than somebody who's already there. So I think this is a great initiative by the Indian government, and we look forward to more of these courses, and hopefully they can improve some things, but it's quite great.
Absolutely. And for the let's end this vlog by giving some suggestions, some tips for the upcoming pharmacist, upcoming people who are interested in regulatory. What advice or tips you would give to your fellow mates in your country, or like overall whoever is watching out the video? Any tips for them?
Well, a pharmacy, it's quite a broad career. So if you are interested in regulation, you need to realize that it's one of those areas where you continually have to learn. There's no such thing as now I have a master's and I'm good to go. I know everything there is to know. It's one of those things where you continually have to grow. You continually have to push yourself. Hence this, I am always pushing myself, diversifying, go into different areas other than pharmacy, project management, risk management, and challenge yourself to become a more holistic pharmacist. Thank you.
So that was Nelson sir with me today for today's video, and that was really sweet of him to shell out some time and shoot with us this video. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. हाल चाल नया दिन नई शुरुआत. So today in this video I have very special guests with me who have arrived from different parts of the world, and I will be having a conversation with them that how is their experience in India, and there's a program going on GMP, so we'll ask them how are they feeling and what have they learned. So yes, stay tuned, and I hope that you will be enjoying and getting new experiences from them as well. So hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I have certain very important guests over with me who are from all over the world, and let's see how was their experience, let's see what all profession they belong to and how have they felt coming to India. So ma'am, starting with you, how is your experience coming to India?
Oh, I'm Susan from Malawi.
Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't stayed for quite so long,
Okay.
but it has been an exciting experience being in India.
Okay.
Yes.
And if I ask you, like, how was the program going on and how have you liked India as a country? So what do you have to say about that?
About the country, I haven't experienced much about it, so I wouldn't comment much
Correct.
on it. Yes,
Right.
but then for the course, I think it's going on well. I'm learning so many things. I'm able to network with others, learn from them, and then share my experience from them from my country.
So now if I ask you, how is the food and how is the friends that you have made here from different countries? So how is that, like networking you have done with met different people from different countries? So how are you feeling?
I'm so excited. The food is too spicy.
Okay.
I've been I've been adjusting.
Correct.
I've been adjusting. So, but it's really a nice thing to experience some new things.
Okay.
So the food is nice. It's okay. And I would want to get some spices when I'm going back to my
Definitely,
country.
definitely.
Yes. And the friends, they are nice. People here are nice. Whenever we are going around, we are being greeted. Like we are very welcome. We feel welcome.
That's great.
Yes.
And now, lastly, if I tell you to give some message to all the people from this profession or to any of your country mates, so what message or what suggestions would you like to give to them?
They should make a plan to be here.
Okay.
It's awesome to be here, and if it's possible, next time they should extend this period of time because 2 weeks is not adequate
less.
for us. Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So thank you, ma'am, for joining. And we have another guest with us as well. So let's see from which country they belong to, what profession, and how is their experience. So, ma'am, how are you feeling coming to India?
Hello everyone, I'm Magdes Abai from Ethiopia. I have my veterinary doctor of veterinary medicine, and I'm a general public health specialist. I came from Ethiopia. I am my job responsibility. It is port inspectors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, you have like come for this course, and how are you feeling? Like, what did you get to learn some new things from this course? So, what is your experience with respect to the course?
I'm very exciting. Really, it is very good. I have get a lot of knowledge from Indians. I'm enjoying.
That's great. And if I ask you about India, have you explored any particular parts before, or like Chandigarh? Have you seen this Mohali or any parts of this India?
It is the first time.
Okay, first time.
Wow, the first time. So the people of Indians, so I like all of you. They are sociable.
Correct.
So I have to appreciate and thank you very much, all of you.
Okay. Now, if I ask you about the climate and the food, so is the weather similar to your country and the food, or you are adjusting still away?
The climate, it is very different. Okay, in Ethiopia it is ranging from 22 up to not more than 29 degrees centigrade, but in India it is very hot. So I can tolerate the temperature, but in terms of food, it is very similar. Ethiopians eat spicy foods.
Okay.
It is close similar, but in India it is rice. It is always
Yes,
rice.
rice is more. Absolutely.
Yeah, generally it is very good. I am very happy to hear. I am very excited.
And lastly, if you want to give message to your fellow mates in Ethiopia, or any particular suggestions for them, so what would you give them?
For Ethiopians, everybody wants to join Indians class this year, especially this IT courses. So I am invite them to join these courses.
So thank you so much for joining. And next up, we have another special guest with me. So let's see what profession ma'am belongs to and how is her experience. So ma'am, can you tell your name and the profession?
My name is Ramatulai Aliosonda. I'm a pharmacist and I'm from Niger.
Niger. Okay. So how is your experience, ma'am, coming to India, and have you made any new friends over here from other country?
It's my first time in India. I really enjoy being here, and I see Indian people are very friendly, respect all, and I invite my my friend to come here to visit India.
Okay. So if I ask you, in Niger, is there any difference in the food, climate or culture? So, or clothing, anything. So what would you describe? Like, what are the changes have you seen in India and from your country?
Yes, the food is different, but we use similar spices.
Oh.
We don't cook like you, but the food, I think Indian food is good also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what's the best part of India that you have like experienced till now? Like, what is the best thing? Like, is it in course or with friends? Or if I ask you to describe your experience basically, so what all things you will describe?
I will say that Indians are friendly, kindly, and respect people. It's what I can say.
Okay. And the last question for you, ma'am. If I ask you to give any suggestions or any particular advices to your fellow mates or to your juniors in Niger, so what would that be?
The advice is they need to move the country, travel and learn from other people. It's like if you stay in your country, you will not learn more.
Absolutely.
You have to travel, discover some area, and you will get more knowledge. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining. Guys, क्या हालचाल, नया दिन नई शुरुआत. So I have with me Aghari, and he's from Ethiopia, and he's been working in one of the regulatory bodies over there. So sir, how is your experience coming to India?
Yes.
How are you feeling coming to India?
Yeah, staying in India is very well.
Okay.
I am enjoying the journey. I am also enjoying the training that is given by Niper Mohali.
Yes.
I am participating on the training that is entitled Pharmaceutical GMP Audits and Self-Inspections.
Okay.
Really, I participated. I am took this training well.
That's great. So you got to learn something new over here, like some new terminologies, new techniques or something till now, or you're still exploring?
Yeah, there are new trainings.
Okay.
But even if I have taken these types of training before, this one can update our knowledge, my knowledge, and I have got some experiences from doctors, scientists found in this campus. Really, I'm enjoying this training.
And if I tell you that, how is Chandigarh? Have you roamed in Chandigarh somewhere? Have you seen any rock garden or any places out here?
Yeah, today we are visited Chandigarh cities.
Okay.
Rock gardens.
Correct.
What about that lakes?
Okay. Sukna Lake.
Yeah, Sukna lakes
Correct.
are also.
Okay.
And we have also visited business centers of sector 67.
67. Okay.
Yeah, we are enjoying it.
And what about food and people over here? Have you made friends from other countries?
Yeah,
and food?
Indian peoples are very friendly.
Correct.
As they accept us well and they will communicate with us. Really, I've enjoyed. I have loved them more and more.
That's great. So I hope that we have you more in India and you keep coming here and you have a great future ahead.
Yeah. It is my second time to be in India.
Okay.
I wanted to come again and again in India.
That's great. You're always welcome to come back over here.
Okay.
So that was Aghari with me in this vlog, and I'll be having more people as well. Like we have Ben and everybody. So yeah, stay tuned, and I hope that you will be getting connected with Aghari on various platforms. I'll share the LinkedIn if he has any. And thank you so much for watching the
Thank you.
video.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody. So I have a very special guest with me, as I was on the series of people coming for Naiper all over the world, and I am with a special guest today. So let's see about ma'am, about her experience. So ma'am, what's your name and which field do you belong to?
Hello, I'm Liana. I'm here from Armenia, and this just a week I'm here, and I think India is very hot, but a very green country. People here is very. You like your kids, and I loved to be here.
Okay. Ma'am, if I ask you that, how is India different from Armenia in terms of food, culture? So, are you okay with the climate and food, or is it different in Armenia?
Climate here is hotter than in Armenia. In Armenian, there are many Indian students, especially in the medical university and polytechnical university. Armenians in India are there are many Armenians in India, and we have Armenian places. There are many Armenians, especially in Bombay, in Delhi. There are centuries Armenians are here, and we have a good experience for friendship.
Okay.
We have many things for us together, complying us together, and Armenian is in a Indo-European language.
Okay.
We have many common words, expressions. Our culture is not such kind of different as for many other people.
Right. So, ma'am, if I tell you how was your experience for this course, like have you been learning something new, or it's just a week, but still, like if I ask you about the experience of the course, so what would you say about that?
This course was very interesting. I met good lecturers, good specialists in this area. I have good friends, new friends here, and I think I will suggest my colleagues to be here, and I think they will be a very good experience here.
And one last thing, how has been this 1 week journey? Like, have you made some new friends from different other countries, and would you like to visit more in India?
I have been in a mall. Malls are not interested me because there are many brands existing in Armenia too. They are not interesting for me. I'm interested in just Indian culture, Indian things. I hope I will find out them.
Definitely, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining for today's discussion. Have a good day. Good evening, everybody. So today I have another guest with me for today's discussion. So, sir, can you please introduce yourself with your name, your country, and your profession?
Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Suponomen Lokwere. I'm from Botswana, Africa. As far as my career is concerned, I'm working as a regulatory officer at Botswana Medicines Regulatory Authority. But in terms of my academics are concerned, I did BSc, Bachelor of Science Biological Sciences at University of Botswana. And then after finishing my bachelor's, I went to work at Botswana Vaccine Institute as a scientist. Okay. And then I spent almost 10 years working as a vaccine manufacturer before I moved to Bombra. Okay. Now I'm working at Botswana Medicines Regulatory Authority, like I told you. I started working there on the year 2022 up until right now.
2 years now.
Yeah.
So if I ask your experience coming to India, how are you feeling coming to India? How is the vibe around here?
First of all, I would like to thank ITech via the Ministry of
Family.
via the government of India for offering me this opportunity to come and have an experience here. Basically, we are here for inspections and auditing course. So basically, that course it fits directly to what I'm doing in my daily basis. So because of that, I would say I'm grateful for that. Yeah, even how the course is being delivered, for now I'm okay with it.
That's great. If I ask you regarding the course and also, have you got to learn something new, something you have got to explore in this 1 week of the course?
GMP, like you know, they call it current GMP.
CGMP.
Yeah, CGMP. So it's always changing. So I had an opportunity to learn new things or to increase my knowledge on new concepts. For example, under quality risk management, I was still stuck in a old method of categorizing the deficiencies. From minor, major, and critical, but we no longer use that thing. These days we are using failure mode effects, whereby you are quantifying the level of risk.
Correct.
And then decide whether you are going to put in some controls or not based on the calculations, not categorizing them as minor, major, and critical.
So if I ask about the culture, the food, the climate, how is Africa, if I ask you to compare, is it, you have got a new experience here with respect to food, culture, and with respect to the climate?
Okay, I'll start with food. Indian food is not new to me because even in my country we have Indian restaurants, so I'm quite familiar with the dishes. Most of the dishes here, roti, basmati.
Right.
Yeah, and I know most of them.
That's great.
So in terms of the weather, it's very challenging because there is a huge difference between this weather and with the one in my country. Because in my country it's hot, but not humid. But here is hot and humid. As you can hear right now, I'm having difficulties in my nose. They are sort of yeah.
So, sir, lastly, if I would want you to give advices, suggestions to your fellow mates pursuing their careers in medicine field or any regulatory field in Africa, what would you give them? What suggestions or upcoming people who are interested in regulatory or GMP? What advices would you give them?
I would advise one who is interested in this pharma environment, that pharma career, that pharma industry is very diverse. So one thing that you can do to start, maybe just get a course to start somewhere. And then after studying a course, you can find a field that you are most comfortable or most interested in it, and then focus in it. Yeah, and then you can see how it goes from there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being a part of this podcast, and it was really good interacting with you, sir. Good evening, everyone. So today I have my very good friend Ben from Niger. So we'll have a small discussion with him about his experience in India and how has this course helped him, or how has he been in India. So firstly, can you please introduce yourself with your name and field in which you work?
Thank you, first of all, for this opportunity. My name is Isia Sule Mahamadou Sanusi. I'm from the Republic of Niger in West Africa. I come here by Indian government fellowship, fully funded by ITech, Indian Technical Economic Corporation, for the course of GMP, pharmaceutical GMP and inspections.
Okay. So if I ask you about India, its culture and the food, the people, so how would you describe India in few words or sentences?
Culture and people are the same.
Okay.
Indians are also the people that we saw in Indian movies, or that we have been seeing in Indian movies. And Indians are very social friendly and also very welcome. They love us, and also we love them.
Absolutely.
It's a good experience, and also so glad to me when we come here. We saw many difference. We saw many social people. Indians are just white heart. You know
Okay.
what I'm going to white heart.
Right.
So
Wide-hearted.
a car. It is a heart without blood, but with bright.
Okay.
Anything is normal. Anything is cool. Anything is what you want. So
Absolutely.
what you have to do is to come in India.
Correct.
You'll get what you want.
Lastly, if I tell you to give some advices, some tips, some suggestions for your fellow mates sitting in Niger, so what would that be? What would you advise them? And also after that, I want you to just speak something in French as well for our audience.
Thank you. First of all, I'm a small biochemist of natural substances. My suggestion to all of my kind is all students from Niger. If you want to discover more about the natural product or natural substances, natural studies, improvement, about industrial empowerment, you have to come in India. You will get all what you want. They have a good technique desk of laboratory, and also a good field of research. Just come to India, you will discover what you want.
Something in French for our audience.
Pour mes frères
Yeah.
qui sont en France, au Niger, tous mes camarades qui ont étudié ou qui sont en train d'étudier les substances naturelles, notamment la biochimie, là-bas au Niger, nous savons ce que c'est. Il est très important vraiment de s'efforcer, de s'élever pour chercher des opportunités de venir dans des pays surtout développés dans ce domaine. Et notamment, Inde, nous savons, on n'a pas à décrire, l'Inde est un pays très riche en substances naturelles, aussi en médecine traditionnelle. Vous allez avoir ce dont vous avez besoin et vous aurez ce dont vous voulez, notamment natural products, les produits naturels.
Okay.
Merci pour ça.
Thank you so much, Ben sir, for joining for today's discussion. So that's it.
I'm so glad. Thank you.
So in this vlog, I hope that I have made you all acquainted with people from all over the world, and I hope you all would have enjoyed. And I also, so guys, आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कि मैं मिला उनसे, and genuinely मतलब इतना अच्छा लगा. It was like an exploratory phase for me. मतलब कभी मैं ऐसे इंटरेक्शन होगा इस तरीके से विद ऑल ऑफ द पीपल अराउंड द ग्लोब. बहुत ही अच्छे थे सारे. कोई अर्मेनिया से था, कोई इथियोपिया, कोई नाइजीरिया, कोई अफ्रीका, somebody फ्रॉम रशिया, श्रीलंका, मॉरिशियस. एंड कुछ लोग कैमरे पे नहीं आए बिकॉज वो थोड़े से हेजिटेशन कर रहे थे, वरना उनके लिए जरूर ब्लॉग्स आते. बट यस, I got a chance to interact with them. मतलब उनके बारे में, how is pharmacy profession over there, what all things are going on उनके countries में, the regulatory affairs, QRM, project management, risk management, बहुत सारी चीज़ें डिस्कस करी. मुझे खुद बहुत कुछ सीखने मिला. एंड यस, इट वॉज अ गुड इंटरेक्शन. सो आई होप कि आपने इस ब्लॉग को जरूर एंजॉय करा होगा. ढेर सारा प्यार कीजिए. मैं ऐसे ही फार्मेसी रिलेटेड वीडियोस लाता रहूँगा. बहुत सारा प्यार चाहिए. डू लाइक से सब्सक्राइब. थैंक यू सो मच.